we have no rod, no fishing line, and no hooks. And we're gonna have to survive out here and catch some fish. But first, we're gonna go up into the woods and find a fishing pole. I got our survival hatchet here, wrapped in paracord. So we're gonna use this to cut down our fishing pole, and I'll show you guys what we're doing with the paracord here in a minute. And for bait, we just got some worms. All right, we're looking for a good fishing pole stick. Something that's pretty flexible, but can also reach out there pretty far. This one right here actually looks pretty good. Let's cut that one down. All right, guys, just like that, we got our fishing pole done. Should work pretty well. Got my little survival hatchet with me, and I wrapped paracord around to make a handle for the hatchet. All we have to do is pull this one right here, and it all comes undone. And we're gonna be taking some of the inner threads out of this paracord to make our fishing line. So if you have paracord with you, any piece of paracord, you can put it on a handle of a knife, a hatchet, a saw, anything like that, or just have paracord with you. And as long as you have that, you can take the core of the paracord out and make fishing line with it. I'm just gonna take my multi-tool, and we'll cut the end of the paracord off. Now, as you guys can see, we got the inner threads of this paracord out. We'll go ahead and take one of them, and we'll pull it all the way out. Just like that, we got the inner threads out, and we're gonna use this for some fishing line. We got a notch running around all the fishing pole. Now we're gonna take our line, and we'll just tie it to the top here. And with this setup, we're just targeting bluegill, sunfish, and I made my pole super long. That way I don't have to cast the line out. I can just reach it out and drop it down. That way I don't have to use as much line. On this end, we're ready to tie our fishing gouge on there. All right, I got a little piece of oak right here. For these fishing gouges, you want to use hardwoods or something like bamboo or bone. But right now I just have a small piece of oak, which should work just fine. We just have to carve it down into almost a little mini spear that has points on both sides. So we want it to be super thin and shorter, and then pointy on both sides. All right, everybody, here it is. You can see it. It is super small, and we got a little notch down the middle for our line, but it is pretty much just like a super small double-sided spear. And I'll tie it on, and I'll show you guys how to use it. Okay, just like that, we have it tied on. All right, this part can be kind of hard to do, but now what we have to do, we got our worm. We need to put the gouge up inside of the worm. That is exactly what we're looking for right there. The worm is, so the gouge is vertical and it's inside the worm. And now when the bluegill bites it, you give it a light tug and it pulls out like this and it gets stuck. So that's what we're looking for right there. We're gonna go give it a shot. Okay, everybody, I'm trying something a little bit different. I have the gouge right here in the top portion hidden away, and I'm gonna leave some extra hanging off. Maybe that'll help us get one better. Especially with this murky water, it might help the fish find it easier. All right, everybody, this new one I just got done making is thinner and should work better. The worm should be able to fit inside more and be more hidden. And it's also just a little bit longer. So we'll see if that'll get it done. We had to move spots because the creek was, we weren't getting any out of it. We had two fish. One of them was on a little bit, but then he got off. But anyways, we are at this little drainage pond. and I can already see bluegill swimming around in it. So we're gonna hope that this spot will be a little bit better. It's a lot more clear than the creek was, because the creek was just too muddy from the rain. Well, we already had one steal our worm. In this drainage pond, they're a little bit smaller than the creek, so I'm gonna make my gorge a little bit smaller. Hopefully that'll be able to get them. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? That was the closest one we've had yet. I got him up out of the water. All right, well, that's a good sign. Okay, everybody, the rain has stopped. We're in between another storm. There's one coming later tonight again, but we're back out here at the drainage pond, and we got our pole. And while it was raining, I made a couple new gouges, so we're gonna see if those will work. Hopefully we'll be able to get on one. Oh, let's go, you guys. We finally got one. Oh my gosh. That was a struggle. But look at that, you guys. It got it done, just like that. That is exactly what we have been waiting for right there. And this is a pretty that is a pretty pumpkin seed right there. Man, that is a pretty fish. On the homemade pole, the paracord core line, a fishing gouge. Guys, as far as getting the fish off the hook, what you want to do is just try to wiggle the gorge back straight. So we're gonna put some pressure on the line like this and just work it a little bit. We got the gorge out, and we got our little pumpkin seed. Go ahead and release it now. See you later, dude. All right, there we go. We successfully learned how to do survival fishing with no hooks, no rod, and no fishing line. So there we go. I'm happy with that. Now, if you're in a survival situation, obviously it'd be a lot better to have fishing line and hooks with you at least. But if you don't, and if you just have some paracord with you, you can make that work right there and catch some fish to survive. All right, let's see if we can catch another one. Got our worm over top of the gouge. Now we just gotta catch another fish with it. These right here are another amazing survival food if the fish aren't biting. These are blackberries right here. They taste good too. Oh, there we go, guys. We got another one. Number 2, and that time we got one a lot quicker than last time too. The last one took us forever, but we got another one. Got another nice one, pretty good size too. There we go. Well, I'd say we pretty much got it figured out with the fishing gorge now. Figured out the size of the gorge we need, and we also kind of figured out the technique better, just letting them take it before setting the hook. But I am pretty happy with that. That's 2. Okay, I think we are pretty successful with our setup here, and I am pretty happy with it. Caught 2 in a pretty decent time. We figured it out. And yeah, that'll wrap it up for this challenge, this video. Hopefully you guys got some pointers, learned how to do it yourself. And let me know if you want to see more survival challenges or fishing content like this down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.